Good evening. Good evening, everyone. This is Emmanuel Mkeniswa coming live once again on this TBC, the Billion Coin Broadcasting stage. I would love to waste no time this evening. I've got one of the oldest updates which I would love to share with some of you guys concerning the cash flow registration. The Billion Coin has actually encouraged us, members of the Billion Coin worldwide, to register as cash center operators so that we can be able in a position to help other people out there who are not yet familiar with cryptocurrencies, who are not yet familiar with transacting using cryptocurrencies. Most of the people out there, they don't have any idea of how cryptocurrency works. They are still in the dark. And for us to be able to impact in a positive manner in terms of the massive growth campaign of the Billion Coin, we need to help in terms of opening or operating as cash centers worldwide. Now, I want to take you to the blog that refers to cash centers, which was posted to by the admin in our reliable source, the admin blog of the Billion Coin, so that we can be in a position to register through Mr. Erickson, who is our specialist, cash center specialist, who has been nominated by the Billion Coin, so that he can help us understand how to operate as a cash center. Since you can see from this poster here, it says, please contact our cash center specialist. He is Mr. Erickson through his www.facebook.com/erickson.biz8. You can contact him if you are willing to become a cash center operator, as long as you are a registered member of the Billion Coin and you have about $10 worth of Bitcoins in your wallet. Anyway, let me read for you what is written in this post. It goes on to say, some of you may be asking, what good can I be as a cash center if all I have is $10 in Bitcoin, which we refer nowadays as 4 grains worth of Bitcoin? Your location is the short answer. If you have a location, your location is the short answer. Think about how many people live without a 1 hour drive, within a 1 hour drive from your location. Our members are sending out invitations to join us from all over the world because we connect through the global internet and the social media. Chances are very good at this point, within the near future, one of our TPC members will sign up someone that is driving distance from you. You see, if you have not set up a cash center before that happens, then there is a possibility that the seller of TPC would lose the sale, because people don't always have a common way to send money over country borders. Your location is the key. Erickson, our cash center specialist, will connect you as soon as possible to a Bitcoin supplier near you. That way, when the need arises, you can collect the cash from the buyer and the supplier can send the seller the Bitcoin. And you can forward the cash minus your commission to the supplier. Then everyone wins. Maybe the seller wouldn't lose the sale if you didn't open a cash center. But instead, the sale took way more effort on the part of the seller and caused a serious delay in completing a transaction. You stepping up to be a cash center could speed up all kinds of sales happening near you. Over time, this need will grow bigger and bigger, even more than it is today. We all want the growth of TPC community to speed up, right? Of course, we do want that. The sooner we get to 1 billion members, the sooner all of the value in our TPC wallets becomes unlocked. And the TPC within it becomes 100% spendable everywhere. The sooner we get to that point, the better. So even if all you have is a $10 worth in Bitcoin, that's good enough to start a cash center. Contact Ericsson and have him help connect you to a local supplier near you. You can send a friend request to this Facebook link. You can send a request through this Facebook link where you will actually click on the find a request, friend request. You click there. Then you will be in a position to connect with Mr. Ericsson through your Facebook, right? If you have $500 of Bitcoin or more, which is $500 is about, today we make reference to grains of gold. Anyway, I will deal with that later. You would be considered a supplier. Ericsson will assist you in finding all of the small cash centers within your reach, and you can set up agreements with each of them. The bigger your network is, the more coin you will move. Guaranteed 10% profit is greater, right? For more details on cash centers, please read. You can go into this link if you need to have more information about cash centers. It says huge announcement. We are launching a cash centers all around the world today. This was a poster which was posted which was posted on the 18th of August. You can see here this article. A seller, a buyer comes to the cash center. He purchases. It's a process. He purchases, English. It's just a cycle like this, right? Today we'll go down in TPC history. It was then on the 18th of August. As one of the greatest days ever, 99.9% of the world population have not yet entered the cryptocurrency space in TPC, and they will lead the way in changing that. TPC by itself is a learning curve for its new members. As time goes on, most of our new members will enter the world of cryptocurrency with TPC being their first experience, right? It has been complicated to bring in new members that have zero experience with cryptocurrencies such as Bitcoin, because each cryptocurrency has its own learning curve to pass through. Admin only accepts BTC, LTC, and Ethereum for payment of the $10 fee, which is the 4 grains worth of gold now. And up until now, new members need to pass through a couple of learning curves in the cryptocurrency space in order to get started with TPC. Let's go ahead. Today, TPC launches cash centers. It was on the 18th. I'm just reading an old blog here. Cash centers around the world so that new members will not have to figure out how to get another cryptocurrency in order to participate in TPC. They can just go to a local cash center to make payments in cash, and the cash centers will have the needed cryptocurrency and the know-how to complete global payments. The cash centers will not be brick and mortar businesses. They are individuals that operate on a peer-to-peer basis in the cryptocurrency world. All transactions will be private, and these cash centers are not acting as public exchanges. TPC is a private member only group, and we have our own private money called TPC or Kringless. Our objective is to sign up 1 billion members over the next year or two. These cash centers do not offer their services free of charge. There is a 20% fee to use these cash centers, which the buyers holding cash will pay 20%. This will save the buyers both time and possibly money, because it can take a bit of time to go through the learning curve on how to buy BTC, LTC, or Ethereum, which are all volatile market-based cryptocurrencies, and certain drops in price are common. It will just be easier for a newbie to go to a cash center and pay in cash to participate within our TPC community. 20% is very reasonable under these circumstances. If a buyer just wants to pay the $10 admin fee, they will need $12 US in cash in hand in order to use a cash center. Let me say maybe 12 grains of gold worth of Kringles. Better yet, if the buyer wants to also complete a purchase of $100, it was then $100. Nowadays, we call it 40 grains worth of TPC cells, long distance from the buyer location, on top of paying the 4 grains admin fee. The buyer will need 132 grains of gold in hand to complete the transaction. You will bear with me, I'm substituting here dollars into grains of gold. 20% of 40 grains is 20% of $100 is $20, and 20% of $10 is $2. I want to make it simple for you. Added to the $10 and the $100 in transactions equals $132. The math is straightforward. The buyer is assured that the $110 US in transactions is paid in full, regardless of the movement in the price of these market-based currencies being used. 20% should be more than enough to cover the fluctuations in price of these market-based coins, so that the cash center is profitable, so everybody wins. Important note. Let us read this important note here. Payment to admin must take place within 15 minutes of selecting a coin payment option, and this should be done during the meetup with the cash center and not before. After 15 minutes, the coin value has changed too much to accept the amount shown in KCBO. Yes. So always initiate the process to pay when coins can be delivered online within that 15-minute window. As a member of TPC, if you own at least 4 grains or $10 in any of the aforementioned coins, then we would strongly encourage you to register to have your own cash center and enjoy the profits coming out of it. All things start small and then grow. We want to establish a very large global network of cash centers as fast as we can as a community. The more cash centers, the better. Between the 3 send button meetings we now hold weekly, it was by then. Now we're having 5 send button meetings on weekly. We have about 10 million viewers per week. If all of these viewers open up a cash center, then we would have a strong global network of cash centers globally right off the bat. That's what I'm hoping will happen. So for goodness sake, don't hesitate to open up a cash center. Our members are recruiting globally, and any one of them could be trying to recruit one of your neighbors. If you open a cash center, you might be the best choice to complete the needed transactions for a 20% profit in cash. You win. Fast forward in time and see the vision here. Imagine, no matter where a new member may live, there is a cash center just a few miles away from them. Now, to register to become a cash center, your send button on your TPC wallet must be turned on, which means you have paid the 4 grains of gold fee to admin and are in good standing within the TPC community. Go to the send button area of your KCPO at the bottom of the menu and click the send button. I want us to go right there now. I want us to go there right now to the KCPO of, so that you can see how to execute it. You log in into your Kringle Cash back office as usual, as I'm doing here. It's very easy. Technology is smarter than we might think. Let's go to our send button. Here is it. We click there. Then we scroll down to the cash center registration. We click there. Very easy. So this page will appear, cash center registration. Like for instance, I have done it myself. That's why you see it doesn't allow me to go further. But let me click here. It says click, yeah, it is opening. Cash center registration. Mine, I've done it. You have submitted your information. I did it this morning. So that's why I'm presenting it to you so that you can do the same thing that I've done. What does it all require you to complete here? It says enter information below to register to become a cash center. You need to have your what? Your Bitcoin address in the first space. You need to show them how much BTC coins do you have. Mine is 0.01247985. You need also to indicate if you have how much LTC coins do we have. If you have 0, just put 0. If you have anything there, if you have both Litecoins, you must indicate. You must also tell the system how much Ethereum do we have. From there, my dear friends, you need to complete your physical address of your cash center. It says here in brackets, do not use the home address. Instead, use a coffee shop or a safe public place to meet. Enter a full street address in order to resolve the map. Find address, you put your address, start typing there, street number, your street name, your city or town name, your state or province name. Then you also put your zip or postal code, then your country, in this my case is South Africa. Then it will also bring in, it will calculate your longitude and the latitudes. You know, the lines of longitude and latitude. This one is not your baby. It's a systems thing. It will automatically be able to locate your position because this is under the influence of the system of the Google Maps, so that your cash center will be known all over the world, and people will be able to send their prospects to you, since you will be operating as a catch center. You will operating on behalf of all the members globally. They will be sending their prospects to you, and you will be assisting them. You understand? Then it says what are the major crossroads and other information that would help someone find your catch center. It says up to 500 characters, of course, just have there. From there, you click the I understand. Just click there. I understand that if I attempt to steal customers away from sponsors or sellers, that my send button could be turned off. Admin will investigate any records suggesting that any reports suggesting that a catch center is attempting to steal customers. So even if the buyer suggests working directly with you, it would mean you are stealing them if you agree to do so with the buyer. Then from there, you can click what? You can submit there. You can click submit. Then it will go. Then Mr. Erickson will be contacting you to finalize your application. This is a very simple steps to do. And it is an opportunity for me and you, since we are all registered members of the Billion Coin in good standing. If your send button meeting is turned on, why don't you take advantage and just go to your Kringley Cashback office, scroll it, and below there, under Catch Center registration, click, then you register yourself to become a Catch Center, so that you will help your own team. You will help also people from other teams throughout the whole globe. If you don't know how to do it, you can as well connect with some of us. You can connect even with me through my email address, emmanuelmjeniswa@gmail.com. Or you can connect to any leaders who might help you, particularly Mr. Erickson. He is the man, the specialist behind this. Let us all rally behind these opportunities of becoming a catch centers, because there is 20% profit which is waiting for you. And it is going to help you to interact with people throughout the whole globe. Life sometimes needs you to expand your horizon. Don't limit yourself. Even if you don't know technology clearly, just throw yourself into this pool. Become a catch center operator. You will learn it as you do it. Some people are afraid of making mistakes. Don't be afraid of making mistakes. If you make a mistake, it means you have a vision and you are trying something for yourself. You will never learn if you are afraid of making mistakes. And making mistakes doesn't mean to say that you are a fool. No. Life is about learning. We keep on learning new things. We have to adapt to life changes. This is a technological era. This is a crypto era. We cannot live without it. And we cannot pretend as if cryptocurrency is not existing. Cryptocurrency is here to stay. My dear fellow colleagues, this is my encouragement. This is my contribution. Let us take advantage of what the Billion Coin is giving to us. Let us become catch centers throughout our communities. Being a catch center will help you, will also help you to meet with other people from a distance. Remember, we are recruiting members internationally, globally. So if you have got a catch center, you will be known. Your catch center will be known because you are using this Google Map system. So you will be easily traceable People will come to you, they will contact you, and they will start helping them and growing their communities. As you interact with people, you are also developing yourself. You are also rediscovering yourself. You are becoming a useful asset in the community of the Billion Coin. In this community of the Billion Coin currently, we are having many opportunities which will actually better our lives. Besides a CATE center, you can also become a team builder and accumulate your referral cookies. You can attend send button meetings on a weekly basis and accumulate your cookies. You can become a broadcaster like the way we are and accumulate cookies. You can become a CATE center that is going to help you to expand even your team and to help other people who are coming from a distance. So there is no space to become lazy. There is no space to grumble. Once you signed to become a TPC member, you need to stand up and do something. Let us build our communities through becoming CATE center operators. Let us also enjoy the advantages that goes along by being CATE center operators. But we are cautioned against stealing other people. If a buyer comes to you as a CATE center and suggests that he joins to you and leave his sponsor, or that is not allowed. Let us operate in an ethical manner, in a professional manner. Let us take this advantage of becoming CATE center operators in our communities so that we can effect change in the mass adoption of the Billion Coin. The more CATE centers we have, the faster the mass adoption becomes. The faster the growth of our communities is going to be. My dear comrades, my dear friends and leaders, my dear team members, this is my contribution this evening. Let us become CATE centers. Let us see ourselves operating globally using TPC CATE centers. It will make life easier. Most of the people are still in the dark as far as cryptocurrencies is concerned. They are still in the dark about transactions which involves cryptocurrencies. They don't know how to buy cryptocurrencies. They still need education. So as a CATE center operator, you are putting yourself in a center position where you will be enlightening, educating people who are in the dark about cryptocurrencies. So it is part of a personal development. Let us not let these promotions or advantages pass by. Let us jump into them, even if we don't know exactly how things are done. You will never learn how to swim unless you throw yourself into a pool. Let us not be afraid of making mistakes. I really want to encourage everyone there across the board. If you happen to be listening to my broadcast, please, this is going to help you. You need someone to coach you. You need a coach. You need a leader, someone who is going to help you. You can even go to our broadcast links, click there, listen to various broadcasters, choose a broadcaster whom you feel you like and make contact with him. It is for your own good, at the end of the day. Dear folks, dear friends, this is my contribution. Let us become CATE centers. Let us enjoy this 20% profit is going to effect change in our wallets. We need something to buy, which is called money. Let us help ourselves as we help others. Good night, good evening, till we meet again in my next episode. May God bless all of you out there. Till we meet again. Thank you. Bye.